Hello, and thank you for being here at such very, very, very late in Spain right now.
Hello, guys.
So, we were about to continue the conversation speaking about a bit more international. So, because we've been comparing, like, yeah, Japan is like this in the industry, Spain is like this industry, but the world is bigger than that. The question is, do you think it's becoming more international and collaborative, working like Asia and Europe, working with each other, or other countries in Europe? Like, what's the animation, like anime style animation trend that you have been observing, internationally speaking?
Of course, the industry has changed in these years. We have worked with Fan Plus. Is a video game company in China, and they watch our work and they like it. So
Amazing.
I think that can be possible work with that company is very big company in China. Nowadays we have a small studio. We do a small project. We need to be comfortable with the other studio that collaborate with us, and maybe in the future we do a co-production with some other studio. We hoping with maybe Japan. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I mean, we've been talking, by the way, but that's off
Yeah,
stream.
that's another.
That's another thing. But collaborations happen.
Yeah, but yeah, we have with American with Warner Brothers America that contact with us, and we have
Mm-hmm.
yeah
Cool.
our we work for everyone in every country, and that's it, and that's is the
Yeah.
industry, yeah, every industry right
Yeah.
now.
Like my experience is the same. I've had projects from Spain, US, Canada, Japan. I don't even know how to label that one. Mexico, the UAE, lots of places as well. There's a lot of demand, and also Japan. Like, it doesn't really matter where you are anymore, as long as it's like everyone is okay with digital and teleworking, which is, as we know, thanks to a certain pandemic, something that's even more widespread than it was.
Yeah, COVID
Um,
changed everything in that way.
yes, yes,
And I think that we learned a great lesson in that time,
yeah.
that we were more connected than before as
Yes,
a
and also more
worldwide.
dependent. How, like, you can connect much better with people from the other places thanks to online, but also you need them.
That's it.
Like, you
Yeah.
need connections physically and digitally to work. Yeah. So I wanted to say something about, like, what is the industry trend. Seasons are shorter. However, there's more creativity thrown on it in terms of media, using AI, using 3D, using motion graphic. I'm seeing much more variety on how animation is presented, even from Japan, which is something that in the latest years, like, I don't know, maybe there's more gradation in the hair of that character. It has two tones of color. It's like, wow, like, not just within the classic 2D anime look, but they're going much, like, expanding much more than Likers. Like, they're more experimental. That are some trends I've noticed in the last, like, 5-10 years. Now, what, like, please disagree with me, obviously. Like, what have you been noticing in the industry in terms of, like, the content?
I can tell you that the last anime that I watched was High Score Girl. I don't know if you know it. It's 3D, looks like
Looks like 2D, yeah.
is what are you saying before? There are short seasons of
Yes.
maybe 12 episodes. How can I tell you that I think that the story was very fresh as
Oh, nice.
an,
There are still, like, to put a bit of, like, disclaimer to what I said, there's still, like, very nice stories and things that are very new and very interesting. I'm
that's
just
it.
noticing less than before. Like, I'm noticing more second season off and copycat style of, like, oh, it's another. Sailor Moon, but in another flavor, you
that's
know?
it. That's it.
Like, I'm noticing more of that, but that doesn't mean, disclaimer, that there are good,
I
original,
yeah,
cool
I don't
things
know
going
if
on.
is I don't know it's better or worse
Yes. Yes.
than before. I say that was fresh. That
Yeah.
was a fresher in something new, something different, with a kindness, very naive. Um, what in the last episode I cried. Yes, it's a story of a guy in the 90s that grew up with video games revolution. With
Okay.
all the consoles and that in that time, and it was very nice story. I think that with these new platforms of streaming, they are more experimental in that way. They have more. There are people that pay the for the different way to do anime. I don't know if I explaining good. This is a very good moment for the industry.
Like, to try new things in
Yeah,
terms of
trying to think
creativity, like medium,
new
like change
ways.
the medium, new ways to
Yeah,
animate.
yeah, new ways to animate, new ways to tell a story, present the characters. I have watched in this time series that have a lot of value in production, a lot of quality, with a lot of post production work in that. Maybe My Dress Up Girl.
Yeah. Oh, yes. My Dress Up Darling or something like
My
that.
Dress
The
Up Darling.
cosplay
Sorry.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that one.
I mixed with high
Yeah.
score. Yeah, My Dress Up Darling. Animation quality in that anime is I don't know how to express
Good.
what I feel about the not even the style of visual development in that
Yeah.
show, even the animation, the life that has the female character, I don't remember the name, is a different, very different anime. It's the same story that they told us every time, but they
It has something.
had something
Yeah.
different.
It has. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I don't know what will be the future of animation or anime right now, but they are experiment with with a lot of technique, with a lot of narrative. Well, it's very interesting. We are living a good in a good time.
Everyone who may be new to me, I've been in Japan for almost 10 years now,
Ah,
and I'm originally from Spain. So in the past, I would say that animation is like for children only and everything, all these things that I grew up with. But I grew up with anime. Like, that's what was on TV. That's what a lot of my friends like. And it was not as, like, we were like the nerds, but there were a lot of these,
yeah,
the
yeah,
nerds. Like, there
yeah,
were many.
yeah.
So the thing is now, me and even generations older than myself, and I am in my early 30s, but I have clients from Western countries that are maybe closer to their 40s or somewhere there, and they ask me for animation that looks like the 80s, for example. And I'm
Yeah,
expecting that in a bit, like in 5 years, it will start being already, I want animation from the 90s, because that's what they grew up with. That's
yeah,
exactly what you're talking about. All these people now have the means to elaborate projects that it's what they like. They're adults, they have the money, have the resources, and there's a huge
that's it.
expansion of that culture that now is asking for what we like, basically. And it's interesting that they ask for something that looks purposefully old, which is a trend we
Yeah,
have seen even in real, like in animation now. Like, I don't know, for example, Frieren animation, it looks purposefully like cells, even if it's digital or something like that. It's very interesting. I've been also been asked
yeah.
for projects like that, like, oh, can you make it look like it has that thing that feels like paper, even if you do it
Yeah.
on computer and so on.
we did a project a few years ago with I don't know if you know, it's a singer, it's a trap singer called Omar Montes. I don't know if you know.
No.
Well, was advertising campaign for VW and Puma, the car and the shoe. Yeah.
Okay.
They wanted to do something like Akira, very yeah,
Very easy.
yeah, easy. Yeah. Everyone can do that, you know.
One of my sensei, one of my teachers did that, and he doesn't want to remember about it. Like every time I bring the subject, or every morning, it's like, I don't want to think about that. I just did something very gross.
Yeah. Well, they wanted something like Akira. We tried to do something like Akira, but with the budget and the time that we have done, impossible to do that. But we tried to do it, and we tried to make that texture, that illumination that has all the frames, the colors. We try to do it. They are demanding that feeling.
Yes. Like something that looks like this that we used to like, or looks cool, or at least that we know that many people likes. So it can also be like something that sells even if the producer doesn't necessarily like anime. There's like, okay, I know this thing is trending now, so can we do something like that? That's really interesting. All right, so a question, and then wrapping up because we're going long time. So what do you think would be the next big step for the animation industry in Spain?
Maybe an Oscar winning feature. We have a movie that is nominated to the Oscar. Maybe I don't think that this year going to be, because it's obviously this movie Robot Dream is nominated with Miyazaki, with Spider-Man in
the Spider-Verse. The Spider-Verse one? Yeah, because what was it?
I don't know, it's one multiverse that one of these two pictures going to win the Oscar, but I think that going to be a great step winning an Oscar.
They mentioned in the chat, Klaus was already groundbreaking, and I agree. It's one of the most beautiful movies I've seen. That was huge. Like storytelling, how they made it creatively.
Was Oscar nominated Klaus? Yeah.
I don't know. Was it? I can't remember about prizes or something.
Too, yeah.
It's the reverse of everything we're saying, using 3D to look 2D.
That's it.
Like in that time, it was 2D that looks somehow 3D.
Yeah, like 3D.
It's like, wow.
That art, was
crazy.
Crazy.
Beautiful. I mean, it was actually mixes. I think they also used 3D in something. So
that's
like based on documentaries, I don't really know, but. And I guess that's it for today. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you had fun. I mean, I learned a lot. It was really interesting to talk about this with you.
Thank you for inviting us. It was a very nice talking. I think that we love talk about animation, so we can we whatever you
maybe
want.
Not at 2 a.m. but
maybe another time, another hour of the day, but we can do whatever you want.
Amazing. Thank you very much. We're definitely in touch, and I'll let you know when these videos up. And for everyone else, subscribe, bells, and whatever the system does now if you actually want to be notified automatically. Otherwise, you lose it. Goodbye, and have a very nice day, night, evening time zone.